I have a GE Monogram refrigerator, and recently the evaporator fan broke, causing the freezer to start melting. Today I will show you how to replace the evaporator fan and address the root cause of the failure to prevent it from happening again. The evaporator fan circulates cold air from the condenser to the freezer. When it fails, cold air won't circulate, leading to melting. To check if the evaporator fan is the problem, open the freezer door and press this switch. You should hear the fan blowing smoothly. If you don't hear anything or hear a clicking noise, the evaporator fan is likely broken. Here's a diagram showing how the problem arises. The evaporator fan is located near the condenser to blow cold air into the freezer. A dripping pan under the condenser collects water, which forms during the defrost cycle when frost on the condenser melts. This water is then drained through a tube to the compressor, where it evaporates due to the compressor's heat. Over time, bacteria can grow in the drain tube, causing clogs. When the tube is clogged, water accumulates in the dripping pan and freezes during the cooling cycle. Eventually, the water overflows and ice blocks the evaporator fan, causing it to fail. To prevent this from happening again, it is essential to clean the drain tube along with replacing the evaporator fan. First, switch off the breaker to the refrigerator. Next, remove the ice maker. You will notice some ice buildup around it, which is from the dripping pan. Simply pull out the ice tray. This is fairly easy to do. Then proceed to remove the ice maker motor by first taking out the two screws on both slides. Next, remove the two screws holding the ice maker. This part is in a small space, so you will need to squeeze into the freezer to see and remove the screws. Unplug the power supply and remove the ice maker. Remove the four screws holding the motor in place. Now you have removed the screws, this one, and the bottom one, and also the two on the side. Now you can pull out this piece. So just pull it out. Pull. Remove the other two screws on the slides and take out the slides. Remove the small panel around the water tube, which is secured by several screws. Remove the large rear panel, making sure to take out all the screws. The rear panel has sticky tape along the edge. If this is your first time removing it, you might need to yank it hard to peel it off. Now you will see the evaporator fan. Disconnect the power. When you look at this fan, it is put in place by two screws that is fixed to the top panel. So, and you can look around. There are several screws around this top panel. Let's put it in place, show you how to remove these screws. So once you remove the last screw and fix the top panel, this piece will fall out. So be careful when you do that. So now you can take it out. So you can see it has two screws here. One is here, and the other one is here. You just remove these two, and then you can take out the fan. Slide the fan blade off the motor shaft. The GE part number for the motor is WR60X10185. I ordered a replacement from Amazon, specifically the Blue Stars brand. Install the new motor, slide the fan blade onto the shaft, and ensure the blade is oriented correctly. In this step, I initially installed the motor backward, with the wire facing down instead of up, but I corrected it in the following step. Go back to the freezer and remove the ground wire connecting the dripping pan at the front left corner. Try to pull down the left side of the pan. If it is stuck, do not force it, as it might be frozen to the condenser. Once you pull down the left side, you will see the ice around the condenser. Pull it down further to access the drain port on the right side of the pan. The drain port might be frozen as well, so let it warm up till you can easily remove the ice. Now you can see the condenser, the ice on the condenser is slowly melting. Open the top panel. You will see the drain tube, a black rubber tube running from the freezer side into the compressor chamber. Pull the tube out from the compressor chamber. Use a wire or long brush to clean the tube, then rinse it with water and collect the dirt from the freezer side. The black gooey stuff you'll find is likely fungus growing inside the tube, which can block the drain tube over time. GE engineers should include this maintenance step in the user manual to help customers cleaning the tube periodically and avoid major freezer failures. Here's some dirt rinsed off from the tube. It's very gross and it's sticky. Once the tube is clean, put it back into the compressor chamber, push up the dripping pan, and reconnect the ground wire. Reattach the top panel with the evaporator fan and connect the power. As I mentioned earlier, I initially installed the motor in the wrong direction. Now I need to remove the two screws holding the motor, then turn the motor body so the wire is facing back, and reattach it. Now we need to put it back in, so first put on this guy, this big thing. This screw here may be a little bit difficult to put it on, so may take a little bit effort. Then put on this piece. Make sure this cable is not caught under this piece, so leave it out. And put on these two rails. I already put on one, and I need to put on the other one. Replace the ice maker motor, the ice maker, and slide the ice tray back in. The refrigerator is now working again. As a final note, before you buy a GE Monogram refrigerator, be aware of the drain tube maintenance, which is not mentioned in the user's manual. Be comfortable to clean the drain tube by yourself, and don't be surprised by the evaporator fan failure. To GE engineers, please develop a better design to avoid clogging. If you don't have a better design, inform customers of the issue and make the part serviceable.